So wavy. The dune out here. The dune.
Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with another draft preview. It's focusing on our new ownership again. We're looking at Dusan and Subotica Spartans. A guy who has made his way up through the tiers as well. Has, I believe, an undefeated season under his belt in Tier 3. And a guy that I think it might, create some competition in the international division for sure. Just a quick point. I love the fact that the LOC is connecting people from all around the world, including people like Dusan, which normally, back in the old days, I would have never known Dusan or who he is or anything like that. So it's cool that we have this platform to do this. So when I look at Dusan's outlook, his first 4 weeks, you got to look at it. 3 of them are against new owners. The other qualifiers that came with them. And we saw from the first draft preview with Adrian, he's in big trouble. So, we'll look see if Dusan's in as big as trouble. First off, we'll look at his keepers. I mean, Matt Stafford, I think, down year for sure this past year. But a guy that just got a couple of new weapons there offensively. I know Golden Tate's gone, but I think Jones and Galladay are the guys there. And, with the additions of Amendola, obviously Matt Patricia going with his former Patriots guys there. Looking at the running backs he kept, Chris Carson. I mean, the verdict's out on Rashad Penny, whether or not he's going to be a factor or not. The other keeper at running back you got is Tevin Coleman. Surprised at this one, the 49ers. I mean, it's going to be interesting there. You got Jerick McKinnon, who signed the big contract, and then you bring in Tevin Coleman, and then to me, Matt Breida ran on almost a broken ankle all year last year and did pretty good. So unless there's long-term issues now with that ankle, see what Coleman's role is there. Emmanuel Sanders, he'll be recovering from a pretty major injury this year, so he's going to be a question mark. And you got Joey Flacco throwing the ball now there in Denver. And then you got Trey Burton, a tight end who obviously a lot of hype for him last year going to Chicago. We'll see if he has a bigger role this year. But always, tight ends obviously are at a premium, just like running backs, obviously. Looking at the draft outlook here, you got the 8th pick in the draft. So, Dusan could nail a pretty good pick there, either his 3rd running back or help his wide receiver core out, or, however he wants to obviously proceed. And then from there, he pretty much has a regular lot of picks, and by that I mean the picks themselves are basically in the rotation that they normally would be, except I think in the 18th round he picks twice. So, Dusan also, there's a lot of capital there if he wanted to make some moves, but I will say this about Dusan, I've never seen the guy make many moves in the years that I've played with him here in fantasy and the other tiers. very conservative player. All I can say is I hope, Dusan, that you will be able to, pay the fees next year. We haven't really talked about that, but maybe you could shoot me an email on that. Let me know your situation on that. I know Luke, he's from the UK. He pays through PayPal, and it worked last year. So, similar situation can happen here. Anyways, for Dusan, I think this guy will be competitive. I think he will bring some competition in the international, and I just hope that whatever he builds from for this year, he's able to pay the fees and compete next year.